Thank you, Nabi.
So, welcome to the Engineering Community Open Board meeting. My name is Nabi Hasan. I am 2024 President of the SLA Engineering Community. I welcome you all for joining this morning, this evening from different part of the world. And as you can see, this is the agenda of the meeting. I will be taking up agenda one by one. Uh, So I'm calling the meeting to order, and roll call of the officers will be noted through this recording. Uh, we have Dr. V in the meeting, who is the 2024 President-elect and 2025 President. Do we have any other board member? Kelly is not joining today. And do we have the secretary, Valerie? No?
Let me take a look.
I don't think.
No. Yeah, I don't see her.
Okay.
But we do have Justin Gaynor with us, 2025 President-elect.
Yeah. So we have with us Justin, who has expressed his desire and who has accepted our request to help us in running the engineering committee as a 2025 president-elect. Although we will be formally sending a poll so that we can formalize it. Next item is approval of the agenda. I believe that you all have seen the agenda that was shared in the engineering community uh, or SLA Connect, and also was shared through email as well. So does anybody wish to amend the agenda? Is anyone opposed to the agenda? No? Is there a second?
Second,
Is there any discussion required on agenda? No? So we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. So do we need voting, like all in favor of approving the agenda signify by saying aye?
aye.
Aye.
Anyone?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Anyone who is opposed to approving the agenda signify by saying nay. So the motion passes and the agenda is approved. Uh, Next is approval of the minutes of the meeting held at the University of Rhode Island, July 13, 2024. So the minutes were shared by me through the email and hosted on the community page. Those are still available. There were no comments. The minutes were edited with feedback from the President-elect, Dr. V. Are there any corrections or amendment to the minutes from anyone? No? Can we approve the minutes? Yes? Can we approve the
Yes.
minutes?
Motion, yeah,
Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion required? No? So we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All in favor of approving the minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone who is opposed to approving the minutes signify by saying nay? So the motion passes and the minutes are approved. Thank you very much. Next on the agenda is officers' reports. So I'm going to report first. Again, I welcome and thank you all very much for attending this end of the year meeting. and my last meeting as president of the engineering community. As we all know that we had a great conference at the University of Rhode Island during July 14 to 16, 2024. And we had an engineering community board meeting and also award ceremony, which was held prior to conference on July 13, 2024 at the conference venue in person. The award ceremony could not have been completed without the generous support of our sponsors who uh, supported three of our engineering community award: Springer Nature, Dr. David Mandal's family, and SPIE Digital Library. Also, there was a great support from the SLA management. During the 23-24 period, we had over 10 great events organized by the engineering community, by the president-elect, president, or immediate past president. As you all know that these events were like attended by large number of people, in fact, thousands of people. Few of the events were attended by more than 400 people, 4 to 500 unique people, although the registrations were close to 1,000 as well. And the last event was this month only. So next, as we all know that our next conference is SLA annual conference is during June 14 to 17 at the University of Pittsburgh. This year, me and Kendra are the co-chairs of the conference, as Nathan, who was the chair of the conference, has dropped as the chair because of the marriage of his daughter. He is quite busy in that matter. The call for the proposal is closed now, yesterday, or you can say this morning. And I attended the meeting of the conference committee yesterday, and there are really good number of submissions. Until the meeting time, there were 54 submissions, 15 30-minute submissions, 27 60-minute submissions, 5 lightning talks, and 7 posters. So we believe that there could be many submissions during last few hours. This year we are likely to accommodate more submissions because we have perhaps bigger and better venue, and we have better connectivity as well to the Pittsburgh. It's a great city as well. One of the interesting thing I would like to share with you is that in the 2025 prospectus of the conference, our engineering board meeting photograph figured very prominently. So I will be sharing the link with you during this meeting. So I think that has been widely covered, our last year's engineering community board meeting group photograph. I think this was all from me as of now as part of this agenda item. Now I would request 2025 President Dr. V to share her views.
First, I would like to say thank you. Thank you so much for Nabi. And you did amazing work for this whole year, not only for our engineering community, but also for whole SLA. And the SLA annual conference this year, June, at the University of Rhode Island was a big success. So for me, I attended our SLA annual conference regularly since I think 2017. Of course, couple years and no in-person conference due to COVID, but I was quite impressed with this year our conference, and thank you so much. And everyone, my name is again Wei Zakharov. So if you don't know me much, I am an associate professor from Purdue Libraries and School of Information Studies and by courtesy School of Engineering Education. I am kind of like a libraries faculty liaison to Purdue several engineering schools, AE Aeronautics and Astronautics Engineering, ECE Electrical and Computer Engineering, ENE Engineering Education, and Aviation School at the Polytechnic Institute. So that's my liaison areas. My research really focusing on data literacy education and online learning. So I'm currently a principal investigator PI for NSF-funded 3 years project on prioritizing data management education for undergraduate researchers. I'm also very blessed this year got MIS, Institute of Museum and Library Science, National Leadership Grant, again on data literacy education. So with this coming year, this is kind of like I know I used to be a chair for transportation division community, and now I got this privilege to work with our engineering community very closely. Our tradition start off is as president-elect. So this year I have been focusing on the conference and also, being shadowed by Nabi. And thank you so much. Learning about our community. With this coming year, I will be focusing mainly on professional development. And we do have, let's say monthly or bi-monthly, we call it engineering, like you can call it engineering lunch activity or monthly activity. I'm calling for topics. I have a few topics in mind, but I know, right? That's something really fascinating me is I'm an academic librarian, but SLA, we really bring in different backgrounds, librarians into our community. Many of you kind of like a government librarians, corporate librarians, we all bring in our expertise, different interests. And I'm just saying, something kind of like informal is if for your this coming year professional development, you have any interests, please just welcome to post on our chatting box. So for example, something right now I'm always interested is everyone talking about AI, right? But how AI kind of like impacts our engineering librarians could be some very interesting topics. And I'm thinking about our professional development webinars. Sometimes maybe we can invite speakers, and sometimes we can just do a chit chatting and talking about, okay, what AI tools you have been using at your workplace for your productivity, for working with your clients, things like this. And then I'm kind of like right now doing just a calling for topics. Let me see. And I will look at what you posted there. So that's kind of like the number one I will be focusing on. And another one is we have this upcoming conference. So I look forward very much working closely with Justin and then Kim Beats. And I noticed that you are here. So Kim, again, will be continuing hosting one of the most popular sessions, standards update. So that will be from our community. I know personally I submitted one poster. And so Nabi, thank you very much earlier for sharing, this coming conference, what's going on. I very much look forward. Yeah, standards update. That's always most crowded session. And anyone I encourage you is if you haven't submitted one yet proposal, please. And it's always the best thing is we meet there in person. And I noticed several of you like always like a conference regular attendee and presenter. So if you haven't thought about it, please do it. And if you have some questions or just want to bounce ideas, welcome to contact me or Nabi or Justin. We welcome, and you can certainly, if that topic is related to engineering community, and please in that application form, the proposal submission form, you can list our community, so we'll be notified as well. That's the second thing. And the third thing is about community building. I think the reason, we join SLA could be like a variety of reasons, but we all come here for the common goal, right? We wish to see the success of SLA. We wish to see the success of our engineering community. And we also want to see our professional development skills being built. And given for that, this is going to be a mutual input, is our leadership team, we will come up with something we think will benefit you, but we are also looking for your feedback and let us know is what you think, okay, maybe we haven't considered and we should. Um, like how, for example, the strategies to attract new members, what topics, because this year I also volunteering for data community. So I'm also hoping to do quite some cross communities collaboration is like we share some common interests and we can bring us together. And I know our community, we have a long-standing collaboration also with science technology community, right? So lots of this kind of like synergies could be developed. That's like roughly my three major goals for 2025. Um, any thoughts? Welcome. Any questions, feel free to ask. And I always keep this our community uh, meeting time as kind of like informal, um, no risk, right? It's like open for discussion, things like this. And so thank you very much for everyone's support. And it's going to be a very exciting year. I look forward to it.
Thank you very much. In fact, one of the reasons for the success of our engineering community board meeting were our people, Dr. V especially, and Dr. Kim Beats. So I think we'll be sharing information about engineering session in the next item. But of course, Stephanie, don't worry, our standard update session is back, and Kim has already submitted as she emailed us, and I think we will try to request for a bigger hall because this is the most attended session. We were not having any space during our last University of Rhode Island standard update session. So I believe that few of the sessions have been submitted from engineering community. So with this, I would like to share update from immediate past president Kelly. So Kelly has just sent an email to me and Dr. V informing that she was looking forward to the meeting to see everyone, but she is battling an awful virus and is still quite sick today, unfortunately. So could not join. For her role as past president, her report is related to offering the awards as well as thanking the community for an amazing 3 years in leadership. She has also sent greetings to all for this holiday session. And I would like to share that we had sponsorship for all the three awards from Springer Nature, from SPIE Digital Library, and from Dr. Mandal's family. This was possible because of This was possible because of Kelly Bunting's efforts only. So it will be a challenge for me now to like communicate with we to these people so that they can also sponsor this year's awards. So we have to like start communicating after some time with these people, and we can request them to please continue your support for these awards. So we are happy that Kim is with us, and although she is not figuring as part of officer's report, but still I would like to request her to share about like her experience of last year for award ceremony because uh, Kelly Bunting was supposed to share so little bit about this, but we'll be talking about engineering session as part of next agenda. And I think Valerie has yet not joined our secretary. Kim, would you like to say something? Thank you. You are muted. You are muted.
Hi. The Rhode Island conference was wonderful. The award ceremony was heartfelt. It was so good to see everyone in person again, and I just cannot thank the engineering community, which is definitely my home SLA community, for all of their efforts. I am still very honored to be the engineering librarian of the year, and it was a great way to kind of let people know about SLA and what the engineering community is doing. My workplace was very supportive. It was a nice acknowledgement, and it's something I'm continuing to want to contribute to the engineering community and SLA as a whole. So I look forward to the 2025 awards and more people being able to experience these things.
Thank you very much, Kim. So our next item is engineering sessions in the 2025 conference. So I think Kim has already shared that she has submitted a standard update session, and of course, I'm I have no doubt that the session will be accepted, and uh, I will try to use my influence to have a
Yeah, I
bigger
was like, we
room.
have good connections here.
Yeah, so I would like to use my influence as a co-chair that they should allot us a bigger room which can accommodate more people, because it is one of our popular like session from the engineering committee. But apart from this, I believe that there other sessions have also been submitted as part of engineering community, and we'll have updates soon in this regard. Anybody else would like to share about like engineering session or 2025 submissions? Uh, is anybody here who submitted sessions, or is there anything to share regarding upcoming SLA annual conference sessions? So I think we'll be able to know in due course of time. Thank you very much. Next is engineering award sponsors. So I think we this will be the biggest challenge, uh, especially for me, and of course, I will seek help of everyone so that our sponsors who sponsored three of our awards last year, SPI Digital Library, George Mandel Family, and Springer Nature. So we'll try to uh, we'll request them to continue their support for this year's award as well. And we'll take help from Kelly Bunting as well, because she has good listening and she is perhaps a better like marketing guy, or maybe she can convince in a better way. So we'll try to see if these sponsorships are true. Next on the agenda is officer nominations. So we sought nominations through the SLA Connect open forum, then through email, through engineering committee, through personal mails as well. So we have three positions, in fact: president-elect, secretary, and webmaster. And I'm happy to share that Justin who is having great experience. He's PhD and now currently doing his MLIS from St. Joe's University, has agreed to be the 2025 president of the engineering committee. So, Kim, you have to help me. We have just one expression of interest. Still, we need to issue a poll, or we can simply inform to the community. What is the practice?
We usually do a vote, but it's usually a pretty casual vote for like SurveyMonkey or something, but there usually is some sort of vote to be done. If there are unfulfilled roles, I'm not sure. Sarah, help me out here. If there are unfulfilled roles, I would probably ask for a second call for nominations.
So I have posted this message couple of times. So anyway, I can create a Survey Monkey poll. Welcome, Jay, to this meeting. So Jay, I was discussing like we have covered items up to 7. Are you there, Jay?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so we have covered up to item 7. Now, against our call for president, secretary, and webmaster, we have received expression of interest from Justin uh, for the 2025 president-elect. And I was just discussing with Kim that do we really need to create a poll or survey, although we have one candidate only. So perhaps he's of the opinion that, yeah, still we need to create some poll like Survey Monkey or something, and we can share the profile of Justin. And there could be perhaps another option, like if someone want to suggest something. What is your opinion? Jay, can you hear me? So Sarah,
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
so Sarah has also responded. She's a senior person. I agree with the Survey Monkey 4, but first post again to connect and ask for more volunteers and nominees for the open offices. Okay, I will
Yeah,
post
I
it
think
again.
maybe you didn't have a separate call, Nabi. I don't remember. I think the call for nominees was like embedded in this upcoming agenda. So I would just do, one more message. It
Yeah.
could come from
I
both you and Wei. Yeah, you need to get that out there again before you would post a poll.
So I
I
will
think
do
that's the
that,
right
of
practice. Yeah.
course. Sarah, I will do that, but actually, this is not embedded in the agenda only, but it was issued couple of times on the SLA Connect. It is still there in open forum, in different engineering and other communities. And also, there was a Connect mail to all as well. Okay, but still, I will
Oh, okay.
do it.
Well, one more shot, I guess.
Okay, so I will do it one more time. Do we have any person who can volunteer for the secretary position? Is there anyone here who would like to volunteer for the secretary position of the engineering community? Because there is not much work nowadays because AI is assisting us taking notes and preparing minutes, and it is very easy now. Gone are the days. Okay. Is there anyone who is interested in the secretary position or is willing to serve the engineering committee as a secretary? Alice, thank you very much.
Yeah, I
So,
Great,
volunteer.
wonderful.
oh, great. So, Alice, thank you very much for volunteering. In fact, you are our hero because you was the award winner as well, and you are very dynamic. We could see your contributions during University of Rhode Island. We also have a position of webmaster. So I am proposing my colleague Dr. Manu TR, who is good in managing the website, who is working with me at IIT Delhi. So I'm proposing the name of Dr. Manu TR for the webmaster duties position. What is your opinion? We and Justin and also Alice, because you will be in the board now.
I think it's great.
Yeah, because we are working together from last 3 to 4 years and he's managing all those things. So I know his capabilities and his contribution. Dr. Manu, are you okay with this responsibility? He's a SLA member as well.
Yes, sir, and even I'll be happy to contribute.
Thank you very much. So it's great, Dr. V, that you have a full board now. You are lucky that way.
Thank you so much, Nabi. The magic happened at the meeting.
Okay. So, under other businesses, do we have any unfinished, old, or new business? You can share anything under this agenda, like any unfinished, or any old business, or any new business under this item. No? Do we have any questions
Oh,
from the community?
I just want to share one thing.
Okay.
So Kim not only like a awardee for us is SLA Engineering like librarian of the year. Kim is also very generous for the money incentive, like $1,500 cash she donated back to our community. So now our community will also have fund. We have fun. We could definitely know the new leadership team. We will plan around something. We can spend that money for anyone planning to join the conference this summer. We can also celebrate and maybe tour breakfast something. And thank you so much for Kim's generosity.
Right, right. Thank you very much. So, questions from the community. If there are any questions from anyone, this is the right time to discuss that. Any question from the committee?
So, Nabi, any question about this point that we were recently discussing, or any question about the future of activities for the engineering community, or other questions?
Okay. So, Dr. Jay, one of the regular activity is to host our monthly
Oh,
midday
yes.
break. So I think
Yes, I remember.
unfortunately we were not able to host it every month. Maybe one reason, but there were total 10 like webinars or panel discussions in 23-24, and I think there were good number of people who attended it. So I think it will
Right.
be. I will also be assisting, and I can also hold a couple of such event. But it is basically the responsibility of the president and the president-elect. Generally, when I was the president-elect, Kelly Bunting was mentoring me, and we were
Mhm.
holding such an event on an alternate month. Like one month, Kelly was holding, and another month, like I was managing. So
Right.
these were the events those were like conducted.
Mhm.
And last one was on December 4, where there were close to 900 registrations. So,
Mhm.
due to platform limitation, we were able to accommodate close to 500 only participant.
That's great. So I'm coming back, and I know was not able to contribute in the last 5, 6 months because of quite busyness I had here. But now I'm slowly getting back to activities, and I'm hoping I will actively participate in engineering community.
Great. In fact, you are always a great contributor. Dr. Jay Bhatt is contributing a lot in our like conference planning committee. He's preparing well. He's giving great suggestions. So yesterday only, we had a lengthy meeting discussing about the keynote speakers and like other
Right.
arrangements. So because of the festival season and the end of the year and New Year celebrations, we have postponed our next meeting, but once we are in the first week of the new year, I think uh, we will be doing lot of things for our SLA annual conference.
And I have also submitted another abstract, Nabe. It just happened in a week,
Okay,
and we just came up with an abstract and submitted. It's more about sustainability, United Nations sustainability goals, and how preprints can support user education in terms of what is happening in from the climate change and sustainability perspective. We'll
great.
see what happens.
So, like Kim has again submitted the standard update session, which are the hot
Mhm.
cakes. And this year we will try to request for a bigger hall because last year, I think you might be remembering that there was no space even for standing as well for
Exactly.
standard
I
update
remember.
session.
Right.
Hmm. So, are there any other questions from the community or comments or curiosities?
One question, Nabe, I have. Oh, please go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
No, you can finish, Jay. That's fine.
Oh, what I wanted to say was, if I have any suggestions for webinars and like the monthly break meetings during the break we are hosting. Can I send those suggestions to you or somebody, or whom should I send?
Yeah, of course. You can always send the suggestion to Dr. V, and with a copy to Justin and me as well. I will also be on the board as a immediate past president.
Sounds
So
great. Perfect.
we all will
Thank
try
you so
to
much.
do it.
And before we went to a new platform, we had a nice web page for engineering communities. And I don't know whether the content of all that we had is moved to the new platform. Not yet. Like the archives of different webinars and that we did in the past.
So, Jay, I think current platform is not supporting all these things. So, I
Oh,
think we did it in case of SLA Asia. That in case of SLA Asia, we have taken a domain name. We have registered a domain name slaasia.org. So,
okay.
I think if you want to have a separate website for SLA engineering community, we have to
Mhm.
take a domain name. Then we can host whatever we want. As of now, like the webinar those hosted, at least
Yeah.
I have uploaded on my YouTube channel, and
Yeah, that I can see. That's great.
uh,
But
but
we have so many
unfortunately the
others.
previous ones are not accessible because those were
Oh,
on SLA platform only. So I think
I,
let's see.
yeah.
I mean,
I
either we
think
can.
for the archival purposes and preservation, maybe we may need to think about something. Maybe after just to somehow documentation of what we did, and in the future, when there's some new people joining our new board, they can also refer back to them or something. I don't know. I just a thought.
So I think Daniel has written something in the comment, and let's try if those contents are back somewhere, because the new SLA platform is quite different. It's just like
Mhm.
a social media like website which is very interactive, but of course
Mhm.
it does not give that type of freedom or liberty as our earlier site was. Anyway, yeah, Justin, you were saying something. Please go ahead.
Yeah, speaking of the new website, I noticed that the calendar for the engineering community, it only lists like major events like this meeting and the annual meeting. Um, there seem to be a lot of meetings going on behind the scenes. Is there a good way to find out? Do you all communicate just by email for those, or how do you know what's happening? Maybe Wei should tell us what she's planning to do in 2025. Oh, you're on mute, Nabi.
Okay. Anything you
So
would like to share, like the road ahead or your agenda as a president-elect? We will definitely be looking forward to
yeah, and
listen
thank you
from
so
you.
much for bringing this up, Justin. I definitely think, communication is one crucial thing we should look into. I know quite a while ago, I mentioned that, like, for example, transportation division. That division is quite interesting. They got quite some government, state, like transportation librarians. So what we did is kind of like habit, tradition, is a listserv. And then I think a while ago at our engineering community meetings, we did discuss is what kind of communications we would like to use. Traditionally, in this community, we have been really relying on SLA Connect. And for example, I also subscribe to SLA newsletter. And so you got notified and by your email. But I do know is for the past couple of years with new, transition or website things, somehow the communications could be lost. And I did hear quite some SL members and saying is, oh, why now I don't get any communications from SLA? But I think now with everything settling down, is so far what we are doing is SLA Connect, and I'm planning to kind of like that could be our channel for staying in touch, unless at this meeting people think is we want to expand that. and I'm willing to, do listserv or whatever we choose to do. But I just want to let you know, it's in the past, our community members, we did discuss, and we think relying on SLA Connect, it is effective. And I do
Thank you.
appreciate if, let's say once every couple months, right, you can even log in and then just look up our Connect and see what's going on. And I am planning to post like all activities related to our engineering community over our engineering community website.
Yeah, thank you very much. You are always proactive. So let's see what's there in store with SLA staff, how they are going to handle it, because we were having a lot of great contents and everybody is requesting for the same. Yeah. So,
One thing I would like to bring up, Nabi, is one thing Rhode Island was fabulous, but one thing I did really miss at that conference last year, and I would love to be able to do something in Pittsburgh, is to have some sort of tour that kind of is engineering themed. I think Pittsburgh probably has lots of opportunities. I don't have any ideas personally, but I'm hoping somebody with some connection maybe just I hopefully SLA, we could kind of, do it through them. But if not, if we even just did it on our own, but to tour a university library or a lab or a unique company headquarters, just anything along those lines, I think would really add to the conference experience for us. So I would just really urge you
I think I
to
can
look
help
into
with
that.
that.
so Kim, I would
My
like to say, yeah,
daughter's.
Kim, I would like to
Really?
share with you that yesterday we had the conference committee meeting, and we have already identified few of the people from the local Pittsburgh. Okay, some of them are from the same university as well. So I think they are helping us in exploring many things. So that will be a great idea to arrange some like tour to explore libraries or maybe some street or some places of interest. So I think that is possible because Pittsburgh is a very vibrant city. There is a lot to explore, which was not possible in case of Rhode Island because there was nothing except university. It was a very remote place. So I think that is possible, and we are looking forward to arrange such a tour. Let's hope we are able to make it in person. Yeah. So Loisa has written maybe one of the professional noon time meetings could center around best practices for using the new SLA website. I know they had a webinar, but if we as a group came up with some best practices for where to post things and how to get updates. So I think like SLA staff has been helping us in all these endeavors. But of course, I think the website has a limitation. It is not like that of earlier site where we were like hosting so many things. So I don't know, but Louisa, if you would like to speak and elaborate it or how we can like help, then it will help.
Hi, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, great.
Hi, yes. I was just thinking that so the different from what I found from the new site, you go into your profile, then you go into groups, then you go into engineering, and then there's the engineering forum. You can also post things to the main forum. You can, like someone mentioned, the calendar. There's a blog thing there. Someone has put a page up of all the past award winners. So there's a lot there. I realize it's not as good as the old site. But I thought if we're going to use it, maybe just having some best practices like post, to the group forum as well as the open forum, or, put things on the calendar as well, or, just different things. And then I noticed too that like you have to say that you want it emailed to you or alert yourself in order to get those sent to your email. Otherwise, you have to go in every month, like you were saying. So I don't know if that would be helpful for people or as a group, just to sort of decide, okay, we're going to post everything to the open forum. That way, everyone will get it as long as you're, you know, subscribed to that. I don't. It's just a thought.
In fact, it's a great thought. Let's see. Anything else from any of the community member? No? We still have few minutes, and
I
are
am
there? Yeah.
posting a link to Carnegie Science Center. I don't know whether if there are any exhibits or tools available to visit that. Just a second, I'm posting a link.
So I have
It's
posted something, a link to the conference prospectus. If you have time to please just click the link, download it. It's a PDF, and then you can use it as a background image, or there is very good photograph as well of our engineering community board meeting, which has been given place there. So Jayabhat is saying Carnegie Science Center. Good. So I think there is a lot to explore in Pittsburgh, and we are fortunate enough, Jay, that it could move to Pittsburgh. Otherwise, initially the decision was taken to host it in a college which is close to like Cornell University, maybe some 30-40 miles from Cornell University, and was not having much of the connectivity like through
right.
train or through airport. So it was a difficult venue. Luckily,
Uh,
we got this
Cornell, that
facility.
is in New York, right? That was in
That
New
is
York.
in New York, but I think it was
Yeah,
close
I remember the conversation in our committee.
40 to 45 mile perhaps from Cornell University.
And even there was no train,
Yeah, there was no
or
connectivity. The only
connectivity.
advantage was that it was a cheaper venue, and the college is very reputed, very old college, and it has a beautiful campus as well. I
Yeah,
mean, for vacation, it was great, but perhaps there were limitations reaching to that venue. That is
uh,
why
uh,
the committee
right.
requested to change the venue, and we are very happy that our management team, the SLA staff, is working very hard, and they could find it. And we have
Right.
started receiving good sponsorships as well. So I think
Mm.
this year's conference is going to save some money for our SLA as well. And I think we also all should try to find some sponsors if we have some connections. So with this, I would like to go to announcement section. Are there any announcements from anyone?
I can make it,
Uh,
sorry, I can make an announcement.
Oh, Andy, thank you very much for joining. Thank you
No,
so
sure, you're
much.
welcome.
He's a
So I'm
person who
the,
contributes a lot for the SLA, especially in conference planning, execution, delivery as well. Thank you very much.
so I'm the board liaison for the engineering community. And I did want to remind everybody that, and I'll put a link into the chat that the SLA annual board meeting is coming up on this Thursday. So I would encourage everyone to attend and find out what's going on with what happened during the year and any updates.
Thank you so
Thank
much, Andy, for
you so
sharing
much.
this because I would have missed it.
Andy, will this meeting be recorded? I have a schedule of conflict, but I really want to like, I don't know if our
So I think
meeting
generally these
share.
board meetings are recorded. But I think Andy may share if it is being recorded.
To tell you the truth, I don't know, but I I can find out.
Right.
I'm
So
just
Andy,
suggesting.
really knowing you are our contact person.
So, So I would request those who have not registered may please register for this meeting. And I think there may not be many meetings this month now because we have already started celebrating end of the year extravaganza, or you can say like this is the festive mood of the people.
Yes, we have two parties today.
So,
Just later
and
today.
any other announcement by anyone?
One announcement, it's not just an announcement, but few couple of months, maybe 3-4 months ago, our IEEE student chapter graduate forum invited me to give a talk on implications of AI into engineering design, uh, uh, and ethical issues related to it. So we did a session, and we had like almost 100 students came for that. And so this is continuously changing and evolving, I think. So something we need to think about from the engineering community perspective, keeping current with all these new happenings at some point, maybe. And it's changing so fast.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you very much. So, if there is no other business, can we adjourn the meeting? Is there a second?
Yeah, we can, I guess.
So we have
Thank
a
you so
motion.
much, everyone.
So we have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
I
Aye.
All opposed signify by saying nay. So the motion passes. We are adjourned. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Have a
Sarah,
great
so good to
time.
see you. Andy, everyone. I'm
Yeah.
back
thank
in action
you.
now.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day.
Have a great
Enjoy your
holiday
festive
season.
season. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Happy
Bye.
holidays.
Have a great day and
Thank you.
good night to my Indian friends. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.